running a business without prediction is like driving at night with no headlights. Google built us a tool that gives all of us our business headlights. Every single one of the questions you have about knowing what to do next with your business is costing you money. It's cost all of us money, but some very few people already have a solution, because running a business without prediction is like driving at night with no headlights. You are moving, but you can't see what's coming. Google built us a tool that gives all of us our business headlights. It is called TimesFM. It is free. It is powered by the same AI infrastructure Google uses to run its own global operations. And almost no business owner, especially in Africa, knows it exists. It is like voodoo. It predicts what is going to happen in your business. Let me tell you what running gut feel actually costs. A retailer orders too much stock before the dry season. It sits. Now it expires. That is loss of revenue. Okay, a caterer underestimates demand for a December event. They run out. Customers are hungry. Your reputation takes a hit. Okay, a fashion brand launches a new line without understanding when their customers actually spend. The timing was wrong. None of these business owners were bad at what they do. No, they were just operating without information. Traditional forecasting required data scientists, custom machine learning models, and all of that. Sometimes it costs tens of thousands of dollars in consulting fees. Only large corporations could afford to predict the future then. That's not the world we live in anymore. Things have changed. Google trained TimesFM on 400 billion data points from the real world. Retail patterns, things that Google has gone over all over and all over again. And they have made it available for all of us for free. To any business owner with a spreadsheet, all you need is a spreadsheet. What is TimesFM really? TimesFM stands for Time Series Foundation Model. Okay, let me translate that into plain English. A time series is simply any data that changes over time. That's all. It could be your monthly sales, your weekly website visitors, your daily orders. A foundation model is an AI that has already been trained. That's the foundation model on massive amount of data, real world data, so that you don't have to train it yourself. You just show it your data and it immediately starts making predictions based on the data you give to it. Zero setup, zero machine learning, zero expertise required. Okay, here's what makes TimesFM different from every forecasting tool that came before it. It is called zero-shot forecasting host. That means you don't need to train it on your specific business. You don't need historical data going back years. All what you have to do is paste in what you have. Even limited data for weeks. TimesFM reads the pattern and produces predictions immediately. Okay, think of it like hiring a forecasting expert or a genie that you rub the kettle and something comes out and tells you exactly what you want to know. It doesn't have to learn from the scratch. It just recognizes patterns. And patterns is what helps people work. It uses Google Sheets, no Python, no code, just your data, and it forecasts. Before I start the use cases so that you can practically use it, this is how to access TimesFM, because this matters. Now, access number one, like I said earlier, is something everybody can do. Google Sheets. Most of us already have our data in a Google Sheet, so that means we have access. All you have to do is open your Google Sheet with your historical data. Maybe your sales, orders, traffic, and anything. Step 2, connect your sheet to a BigQuery data set. I'll show you. Step 3, use the AI forecast function. No code needed. Then TimesFM reads your data and returns predictions in minutes. This is just 3 steps and you can have everything you want in some few minutes. Number 1, you need to have your Google Sheet. Everybody understand what a Google Sheet is. If you don't, this is a Google Sheet. Open your Google Sheet. If you have your information on it already, it is good. If you do not, then start today. Get a Google Sheet like this. Put the name, your order, the prices and everything. And if you are already writing it, because I know most of the businesses I know, they write things down. Most Africans, most Nigerians, some of them write things down, especially local businesses. So from there, you can move it into the Google Sheet. You can get your daughter or your son to type it out for you into the Google Sheet. There is a prediction, either you like it or not. There's a way customers behave in January in February, in March, in relationship to a particular product. I've learned that so much. So if you have an hit rate, there's a way the time shifts. The first quarter of the year, there's a way it reacts to your business. If you're selling vehicles, if everything you do, there's a way. If you're selling paints or furnitures, people want to change it. Of course, you still have customers, but there's a particular time people really want to change these things. And it's a forecast. This guy will show you everything about that. Okay, we are talking about the Google Sheet, like I told you, that you should open it and start using it. Number 2 is connect it to a big query data set. Easy, straightforward, nothing else. And the next thing you have to do is connect it to TimesFM. That's all. And you get your result. It's really straightforward. For most business owners watching this, Google Sheets is your entry point. Free, familiar, and available right now. You already have everything on it. There are 5 ways to use TimesFM in your business. You know, I always give you use cases and examples. Number 1, sales forecasting. For retailers, product businesses, e-commerce, feed TimesFM your last 6 months of daily and weekly sales data. Ask it, what will my sales look like for the next 90 days? It will identify your seasonal peaks in the past, your slow weeks, your trend direction, and project forward with confidence intervals. Meaning it tells you not just the prediction, but the best case and worst case around it. So you get yourself ready. You know how to stock, you know how to prepare, you know how to employ, you know when you need more workers, you know when you don't. Okay, let's talk about retailers. Historical data, daily sales revenue for your shop, past 26 weeks, forecast, horizon 12 weeks ahead. You can ask TimesFM, based on this sales pattern, forecast my next 12 weeks of revenue. Flag any weeks likely to be significantly above or below average and explain the seasonal pattern you detect. Result is that you will know which week to push marketing, which weeks to conserve cash, which weeks to prepare extra staff, not gut feel, data. So you are sure that, okay, this week, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to employ more marketers in this week. But this week, I just have to make sure that people are facing this particular responsibility in my organization. These things work like magic. I call it Google Voodoo because you will be shocked the way this is really going to help your business. For traders, wholesalers, supply businesses, over-ordering is a waste. Under-ordering is lost revenue. Both are avoidable. Feed TimesFM your order history by product, by week. It identifies which products spike at which times, which are in steady decline, and which are on a growth curve that you haven't noticed yet. You will find out that this is a very valuable tool. Use this prompt. Forecast demand for each product in the next 8 weeks. Identify which products are trending up and which are declining. Flag the top 3 I should stock heavily for the upcoming period. The result you'll get is you order exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. Your working capital stop being trapped in debt stock. Let's talk about use case 3. This is cash flow forecasting because you need cash flow. I need cash flow. Every one of us. Okay. For service businesses, agencies, consultants, and all, cash flow is the number 1 reason businesses fail. Not because there isn't money, but because the timing is wrong. The cash is trapped somewhere. Feed TimesFM your monthly income and expense patterns. It identifies when your inflow are typically low. When your costs spike, the projects your cash position forward so you can plan instead of panic. You can work with an historical data you have, maybe a monthly income received, maybe a monthly expenses for the past 18 months. The forecast horizon you can use is 6 months ahead. It will help you. So say based on this income and expense pattern, forecast my cash position for the next 6 months. Identify which months are likely to be cash negative and what the shortfall might look like. The result is that you will know 4 weeks in advance that March is going to be tight. You negotiate payment terms, you delay a purchase, you collect earlier, and crisis is avoided because you saw it coming. It's a secret tool. It's a secret agent for you. Okay, let's say you do content and audience forecasting for creators. It's like you can't forecast, but personal brands, media businesses, this is for you. Your YouTube views, your Instagram reach, your newsletter open rates, you can forecast them. These are real-time series, and TimesFM can forecast them for you. Feed it your weekly channel growth numbers. It identifies your momentum trajectory. Whether you are on an accelerating curve, you are plateauing or declining. It tells you how far away you are from your next milestone at your current rate. And it identifies seasonal patterns in your content. Which topics perform when? Which months your audience is most active? You see that everybody needs it. If I don't tell you this, you may not know. So for your prompt as a content creator, say this: weekly views subscribers added. Give it your weekly view subscribers added. Then your engagement in the past 6 months. Then it will predict for you 3 months ahead. Say, based on this growth data, forecast my next 3 months of channel performance. At what point am I likely to reach 10,000 subscribers at this trajectory? Which weeks historically show the strongest engagement? If you ask it, if it sees a seasonal pattern, it will tell you, because the result you will get is that you will know when to push content ad, when to experiment, when your audience is most primed to engage. You stop guessing and start timing your content like a professional media operation. Okay. This use case is very interesting because I dig deep for it. Staffing and operations planning, especially for restaurants, events, hospitality, service teams. How many staffs do you need on Saturday? How many for Tuesday in January versus a Friday in December? Do you understand what I'm saying now? Overstaffing burns payroll. Understaffing burns customer relationships, because when you understaff, you have problem with customers. You can feed it your historical data, your daily customer count or revenue, maybe for the past 52 weeks. Then it can give you a forecast 4 weeks ahead, and you can have that daily. Forecast daily demand for my business over the next 4 weeks. Identify peak days and slow days. Which dates are outliers likely to be driven by events or seasonal factors? This is very important. It will help your business. They look like simple prompts, but they will help you so much. You can tell it to give you a staffing recommendation. Maybe you have to do heavy staffing in these days, standard days, and maybe skeleton staffing in some crew days. The result is that your rota is built on data. Your payroll is optimized. Your customers never wait too long because you run light or you don't have enough people to work. And your staff aren't standing around on slow days costing you unnecessary money. I always do this. I give you the honest limitation of any tool I give you. Balanced, credible, real talk. This is what builds trust between me and you. For TimesFM, it is best when you have a few months of consistent historical data. If you don't have any data, you'll feed this guy. What will it give you? Zero data means zero context, no magic. It works best with structured numerical data. So it's not designed to read PDF or structured report or social media sentiment. No. What you have in your Google Sheet, like I said, is what it will check for qualitative intelligence. So it requires a BigQuery connection for the AI forecast, of course, like I told you. So if you are not on Google Workspace, the Hugging Face version requires more setup. So you have to be on the Google Workspace. It's affordable. None of these limitations make it less useful. They just mean you go in with the right expectations and you will not be disappointed. So that is why I'm telling you this. And I want to end with this. For decades, predicting the future of your business required resources that only large companies had. Like I told you earlier, we all know. BigQuery, all of that, data science teams, custom models, 6-figure consulting budgets. Well, Google has been training these guys and has trained it with 400 billion data points. Every retail pattern, every market cycle, every seasonal rhythm from across the globe, all the economies are available. And for you, it is free. That is not a small thing. That means a marketer or a trader in Lagos with 6 months of sales record now has access to the same forecasting intelligence that the Fortune 500 company supply chain team uses. So a caterer in Abuja can predict a December peak 4 weeks in advance and hire stock accordingly. For creators like us in Port Harcourt or in Ibadan, we can see exactly where our audience engagement is about to dip and plan their best content to land before it does. You understand? So if this video opened your eyes, hit the like button like I used to tell you. It tells the algorithm that what we are doing really matters. Subscribe, because next week I'm going to do a walkthrough, real business data, and some other things to help you. I'm always here to do whatever you want me to do. Drop a comment and let me know what is the number one thing in your business you wish to predict. I read every single one. Thank you. See you on the next one.